In the fall of 2015, we sought to understand the role John C. Calhoun's plantation home, Fort Hill, played in the legacy of Clemson University. The 2016 election closely followed the video production, which was full of what has been deemed post-truth politics, a politics where emotions mattered more than facts. As we look back on our project, we began to wonder how the post-truth seeped into our campus, how one version of truth continues to be privileged over another. We use rhetoric to commemorate how we got here and where we are going. Signs tell us how to make it to our next class. Signs tell us how to treat one another. Signs tell us about our past. They tell us who we are. In early 2016, through the efforts of faculty on campus, the university erected historical markers to commemorate the contribution of slaves and convicts to the founding of Clemson, through convict labor, through slavery, through the displacement of an entire people. We need only to look on history to know that signs are made, signs are placed, signs are destroyed. The university broke ground on new historical markers near Fort Hill to explain this legacy. One side of the marker notes the presence of slave quarters, and the other side of it pays tribute to the convict laborers who participated in erecting many of the buildings on campus. Two additional markers indicate the role of Native Americans and African Americans on Fort Hill, as well as the place where many slaves and convict laborers were buried. While well-intentioned, these markers are not on the lawn of Fort Hill, nor are they on paths frequently traveled by most students. They reside approximately 0.3 miles away from the house. More recently, the historical marker located in the cemetery that marks where many slaves and convict laborers were buried has been destroyed. While reporting the apparent vandalism, Clemson University Police Department claimed that the sign was struck by a vehicle around the time of the basketball season opener. Where the sign once was is now only the base upon which it resided, a palimpsest for the physical world. In this era of post-truth, the past is formulated, situated so as to best serve a specific end. The question we must ask is whether or not this version leads us toward equality and a better version of ourselves. In our video, we examined how Fort Hill represents who we were and where we now stand. But are we doing enough? Are we even ready to erect a new rhetoric that will transform us into who we should become?